Good morning. Welcome to the Premium Public Video Forecast discussion for Friday, May 12th, 2023. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Well, before we begin with the surface observations, I wanted to give you an update on the sea surface temperature anomalies and what is happening here in the Pacific. Because, as you know, our weather pattern, especially in the spring and the summer, is driven by tropical forcing. So, what's happening right now? Well, our El Nino continues to start to develop, and it's starting to expand from the eastern regions towards the western regions. More importantly, we're starting to see changes in the northern Pacific. Now, the negative PDO that was in place was pretty impressive. I was kind of surprised with how strong it was. But it is starting to collapse steadily. I would say right now it's moving towards a neutral state, but there is a good chance we end up with a positive PDO, but I think that's going to be later on in the summer, not something that's going to impact us directly right now. But changes are clearly happening in the atmosphere. But the primary forcing mechanism is what is happening with our El Nino. Now, when we take a look at the SOI data, this is kind of our indicator of how the weather pattern is changing. When the SOI is in a positive state, especially in the monthly and seasonal values, that's when we have our La Nina. Right now, it is falling through neutral and heading towards a negative state. As you can see here, you can see the trends over the past couple of weeks. And what this is going to do is that it's going to support that circulation development. And as our MJO, which is marching through phase 6 now, heads into phase 7, this is going to tank the daily contributions. It already is starting, and that's going to further enhance the circulation that starts to develop with our El Nino state. And what does that look like in terms of real-time weather? It means convection, thunderstorms developing around the dateline. And when we start to see that, it starts to enhance our subtropical jet stream. Let me refresh this real fast. And you can see the evolution here of that. The convection fires up. It gets trained into the subtropical jet stream and heads right towards the United States. Meanwhile, the polar jet stream also gets enhanced with this additional latent heat energy release for the southern trough here, for the lower portion of the troughs here. So it enhances these troughs and makes them more dynamic for the polar jet stream. So that leads to a rather interesting and active weather pattern for us. Now, what this means for this summer as we move forward, well, typically that supports a trough around the Aleutian, around the Canadian Maritime, should I say, also around the Aleutians and the Gulf of Alaska. And that also enhances the subtropical jet stream over the tropics, which means more vertical wind shear and a more unfavorable environment for tropical development. But I wouldn't let your guard down. Remember, you only need one tropical system to cause havoc. So, definitely you want to keep an eye on the tropics this summer, as you know I will. Now let's take a look at our surface observations. So you can see, for the most part, we have tranquil conditions throughout the region, with temperatures ranging from the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, lower to mid 60s along the coast for the most part, with winds starting to develop out of the southwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And basically, when we take a look at our surface map and radar from WeatherTap, high pressure is generally in control. We have this little weak trough here, but that's pretty much impacting New England, and that is about it. Other than that, pretty quiet weather conditions, but you can see trouble brewing off to the west. Now, here's the good news here, and we'll pull up this satellite picture. It's called a water vapor satellite picture, and you can see we have this northwesterly flow. This is what we call a confluent flow. Think of it like a big, large wheel here. These are rocks, and these rocks are going to get crushed by this big wheel. So the big wheel is not leaving anytime soon. It's going to be sitting around here supporting this northwesterly flow. So as these short waves march in from the upper Midwest and Great Lakes and head towards our neck of the woods, they weaken and get suppressed as they do so. So what you end up with is much of the northern tier missing out on these events. But as you head down towards, let's say, southern New Jersey, Atlantic City, Cape May, Wildwood, suburbs to south of Philadelphia, that's where you can get your pretty good rainfall events. And as you move further northward, the showers become more and more isolated and less impressive. So when we take a look at our infrared satellite picture, you can literally see that northwesterly flow taking shape here with scattered cloud cover And then here is our short wave that's going to be heading towards our neck of the woods. Now, this feature here will not be heading towards us. This is going to kind of meander over the west and then gradually head up towards the northern plains before getting sheared apart. But this feature right here, well, that is what's going to be heading towards our neck of the woods. It looks pretty impressive, right? But by the time it gets to us, it's going to be far more weaker. So let's dive into some of the model guidance here. As you can see, over the next several days, we have that northwesterly flow, which you can see right here, okay? And in the subtropical jet stream, you have your trough over the southwest and a ridge building over the southeast. So again, that supports your confluent convergent flow. So for today, it's going to lead to absolutely beautiful weather conditions. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s. It's going to be absolutely great, right? Tonight into tomorrow, here comes that short wave. Now notice it is far weaker. It dives in. This still likely is a little bit overdone on the European, but I like the ensembles look of it. And you can see as you go lower in the atmosphere, the forcing really focuses further south and more towards the Delmarva Peninsula, as does the frontal genesis. So what that typically means is that your rainfall is going to be focused further to the south, and then you can see that influence. There's our upper level low in the Canadian Maritimes. There's a ridge to our south, and we're kind of caught in between with these short waves diving southward. And guess what? We see this theme again and again throughout next week, with a lot of these systems being suppressed to our south, and we're just getting scattered cloud cover. We get a cold front coming through in the polar jet stream here with this cold front, and this could produce some showers and thunderstorms here on Tuesday afternoon and evening. A few thunderstorms that could be strong. And then again, we set up the same pattern for the end of next week with another strong cold front. Again, this short wave could be a little bit overdone, but you kind of get the idea here with this cold front moving through. On Friday, we start to see the clouds increase, and Friday night to Saturday, the cold front moves through with showers and thunderstorms. And again, some of those thunderstorms could be severe. So let's march through our forecast here. For today, absolutely beautiful, high pressure and control. Temperatures ranging from the upper 70s to lower 80s throughout much of the region. Of course, the warmest locations will be in the Delaware River Valley. For tonight into tomorrow, look for increasing cloud cover with low temperatures in the upper 50s over the interior, upper 50s in your suburbs, lower 60s to a few mid-60s in your urban areas. For tomorrow morning into the afternoon, periods of showers move through the region, especially over southeastern Pennsylvania and southern New Jersey. Those showers become more isolated as you move further north, like into central New Jersey. And for the northern interior, you'll barely see any rainfall at all. Look for high temperatures to rebound into the mid to upper 70s. For Sunday, high pressure will be in place with tranquil conditions. Look for low temperatures in the mid to upper 40s over the northern interior, lower to mid 50s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, mid to upper 60s along the coast, and upper 60s to lower 70s in the Delaware River Valley. On Monday, high pressure will again remain in control. That low pressure system will pass well to our south. Look for scattered cloud cover. Low temperatures will range from the lower to mid 40s over the northern interior, upper 40s to lower 50s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the mid to upper 60s. On Tuesday, high pressure will be in place for most of the day. A weak trough / cold front will move through in the late afternoon and evening hours with a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. Again, a few of those thunderstorms could be strong, so we'll keep an eye on that. Look for low temperatures to range from the upper 30s to lower 40s over the northern interior, mid to upper 40s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 50s over the northern interior, lower to mid 60s along the coast, and upper 60s to lower 70s in the Delaware River Valley. On Wednesday, a weak cold front will exit the region again with scattered cloud cover for the rest of the day. Look for low temperatures to range from the upper 30s to mid 40s over the northern interior, mid to upper 40s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 50s over the northern interior and upper 50s to lower 60s along the coast, mid to upper 60s in the Delaware River Valley. On Thursday, high pressure will be in place with scattered cloud cover expected. Look for low temperatures in the lower to mid 30s, high temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s. High temperatures throughout the region will range from the upper 50s to mid 60s over the northern interior, upper 50s to lower 60s along the coast, and mid to upper 60s in the Delaware River Valley. And on Friday, an approaching cold front will lead to increasing cloud cover throughout the region. Showers and thunderstorms will hold off until Friday night into Saturday morning. Look for temperatures to range from the lower to mid 50s for lows, and high temperatures to range from the upper 60s to lower 70s along the coast, mid to upper 70s over the interior, and upper 70s to lower 80s in the Delaware River Valley. That is your forecast discussion for today. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.